Welcome, and I'm going to show you today how to make a Brussels sprout that anyone will eat and love. Now stick with me, don't be saying, oh, I hate those things, because when I was a little girl, the only way my mom used to make them were those frozen ones, and when I knew we were having them for dinner, I started looking for any friend's house that I might go to for dinner because I hated them. But when I found out that I needed to kind of eat a lot more vegetables and try some new things, I decided let's give these Brussels sprouts another shot. Now, my husband loves these now, and he was never a Brussels sprouts fan. I love them, my daughter loves them, and my son is learning to love them. So, anyway, what we're going to do is end up with some shredded Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to show you real quick how to do this with one. Couple of ways. First, we're going to show you how to do it with a knife. Just cut it in half, and this is after I've trimmed the ends off and peeled off any of the leaves that, had spots or whatever on it. Then I'm going to lay it cut side down, and you just go through it and shred it. That's how easy it is. And you just do that for all your Brussels sprouts. Now, one other way that I love to do it is to use my Vitamix. And because it takes a little bit of time to shred it like this, what I do if I'm using my Vitamix is I still cut the ends off, clean off any of the leaves that are spotted, and then I cut them in half, and I do a wet chop in the Vitamix where I put water in the Vitamix and drop the Brussels sprouts in so that the Brussels sprouts float, and then you turn it to high before you turn it on and pulse it just a couple of times, and it chops it kind of like for a coleslaw. Kind of that kind of fine, and it is very easy to do. So you can do it either way. Do it in your Vitamix or BlendTech blender, and then or you can shred it like I did with a knife. So got our Brussels sprouts ready. Let's get our fire going here. Might help if I did the right one. There we go. All right, and I'm going to start with just a couple of turns around the pan of some olive oil. And then I'm also going to use, for this amount of Brussels sprouts, probably about half a stick of butter. And on your butter, on your olive oil, you definitely want the extra virgin olive oil. And look on your bottle and make sure that it says first cold press. That is your healthier blend, or your healthier version. And then for your butter, definitely you want to look for grass-fed if you can do that. So if you can find that. And my butter is just about melted here, so I'm going to add in my Brussels sprouts. And kind of mix them around in the pan and get them coated with all that wonderful healthy fat from the olive oil and the butter. All right, I'm going to turn it down to about medium-high right now and grab a little bit of salt. Again, I use real salt. That is the name of it. It is a non-bleach, non-caking, non-cake additive salt, all natural. You could definitely use sea salt as well. Now I've got my carrots going over in this other pan for the braised carrot recipe, so make sure you check that video out as well. And then you're also going to want to check out my pork tenderloin recipe. And the three of these items together make a wonderful meal. So we're just going to cook these Brussels sprouts until they start caramelizing in the pan and getting tender. And then I'll show you the secret ingredient that makes them so good and is going to make everybody love these. As you can see, they're starting to tenderize some, but they're not quite caramelized because they're going to start browning up. So we're going to let them keep cooking for just a little bit longer. All right, as you can see, we're starting to get some nice brown on some of the Brussels sprouts. So that's what we're looking for, is that nice brown caramelized color. All right, so while this finishes caramelizing up, we're going to step over and do our secret ingredient, which are limes. Limes, of all things. All right, let's just kind of roll them a little bit to get them a little more juicy. And we're just going to cut them in half. And grab out my handy dandy little juicer. And we're just going to squeeze the lime juice right over the top. And for about a pound of Brussels sprouts, I would use the juice of 2 limes. You may not believe me, but I'm going to tell you that when you cook these, you're going to want to make more than a pound because you will go through these so fast. All right. Now let's just give that a quick stir. And we are done with that. Let's grab a plate. Slide this out of the way. And there you have a delicious side dish with just a little bit of tangy, a little bit of sweet from the caramelized Brussels sprouts. It is so delicious. And I'm going to serve these for dinner tonight with my pork tenderloin, so make sure you check out that recipe, and the braised carrots that I'm working on in this pot. So it's going to be really good. It makes a great meal.